Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Today we are going to be talking about a newly solved cipher in Revelations. Now, let me give you some backstory. Jason Blundell said before Revelations came out that he didn't expect us to get any of the ciphers that are in this map. He didn't think that any of them would be solved. Now, clearly that was somewhat mistaken because on release day, we got one of the ciphers and we solved it instantly. My buddy Water got it and it was a really easy cipher. It wasn't complex by any means, so clearly he changed his mind and put something easy in there for us to get on day one. But we've now solved another one. It was Water again with a bunch of other people though, so I'm going to list off those names now. So it was Water, Oxin, BioRoxas, Preferred Whale 6, Liz, my friend Liz, certain Personio as well, who's been helping out absolutely all year with stuff. My buddy Tack as well was helping out. Then from the forums, the CODs forums, I think that there were a couple of other people helping out. What was the name? Aquilan? Something like that. So clearly there were a bunch of people working on this. I've talked to Water and Liz and Tack and Oxin in the past, and they're all really super smart people, and I'm not surprised they've got this because they work really damn hard on these things, and they're really cipher-minded, if you will. So it's really good to see that they are putting the time in because, honestly, around the time that Origins came out, like 3 years ago now, I was doing a little bit of work on ciphers, but I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was a noob. I am still a noob, right? But I was interested. I was motivated to do it. Now, they've become so complex that we really need people that are just going to attack and attack and attack them in order to actually make any progress with certainly the nasty ones at least. And it's so good to see that these guys and girls have really seized the opportunity to just go at these things and try and make some progress. It really makes me happy. So congratulations to the entire squad that I just mentioned for solving this cipher. It's an ADFGX, so that might ring a bell to the old Mob of the Dead ADFGX cipher, which still goes unsolved to this day, but it's an interesting one because it's not just a regular ADFGX like AADDFFGGXX all over the page. Rather than that, it's actually written in numbers, and so you've got to go from numbers to ADFGX, and then from ADFGX to English, right? Okay, so the cipher itself says the following, and this is just, it makes me kind of emotional, I'm not gonna lie. The message says, "From all of us at Treyarch, it has been a fun and amazing experience making zombies with you these last 8 years. Without your love and input, none of this could have been possible. Thank you for playing." The fact that Jason thought that we wouldn't be getting any of these ciphers, and so this is something that we might get in a year's time, 2 years' time, but we've managed to get it now. It's been one of the earlier solves, and it's basically a message from Treyarch just saying, thank you so much for the fun, for the experience. Without your love and input, none of this could have been possible. Thank you for playing. I just really love this. I think that, honestly, the pleasure has been all ours. I think, honestly, that Treyarch really have crafted something with their game that just is so unique in that it has gripped so many of us in such a specific way. Such a specific Treyarch boom. That's the Treyarch hallmark. They have branded it. They have absolutely crafted something that is so them, and it's so good, and I love it so much. And I have been infatuated with this mode for the last 8 years. And regardless of whether people are not liking the end cutscene, regardless of if people didn't like the end cutscene when Origins came out 3 years ago, regardless of Transit, regardless of Denizens, regardless of Fog, regardless of Medieval Castles, regardless of death barriers, regardless of game-ending glitches, regardless of all of it, okay? At the end of the day, it's just been a wild ride. It really has been. And so once again, even though the message is from Treyarch to us, I'd like to say it back. From all of us in the community, it's been a fun and amazing experience playing zombies, playing your creation for the last 8 years. Without your love and input, none of this would have been possible. Thank you for creating. It really has been something super special, and it's going to be hard saying goodbye to it for 2 years. It really is. As weird as it sounds, oh, it's just a game. But it's so ingrained in what we do. It's just going to be weird. It really is just going to be weird. I'm going to miss it a lot. And I think that as much as as much as much as I'm going to do my absolute darndest to really get into Infinite Warfare Zombies, really get into whatever Sledgehammer do, really just focus on the fun and positivity that's going to be in the game, and just fall in love with the stories and fall in love with the characters, and really just live in the moment and experience those things for what they are and just embrace them. At the end of the day, it's Treyarch that they're competing with, man. And there's just something about them, and I said this to a couple of the devs at CoD XP, and I will happily repeat it again here. It's just unique. There's just something that they do that just doesn't happen anywhere else. It just doesn't. Infinite Warfare Zombies can happen. Exo Zombies can happen. Heck, Battlefield Zombies could happen. But none of them have the Treyarch hallmark. It's Treyarch. There's just something about them. I don't know what it is. It might be that they're just a little bit more crazy. It might have been that they all just happened to bump their heads when they were little or something, and they've gone a bit off their rocker. But, I mean, it's just really, really awesome to have been able to experience this mode. And it's going to be really sad to say goodbye to it for the next 2 years. It's really going to be sad, and it is sad. So, from myself, and I think the rest of the community, to Treyarch, thank you. It's been great. It really has been.